dreaming of epic hikes and breathtaking views? Then join me in this video as I'll be looking through some of the best hiking trails that the English countryside has to offer, from the wide open spaces of Northumberland all the way down to the dramatic coastlines of Cornwall. So let's begin right in the north, in Northumberland, where in the midst of all the empty space sits a very old wall. I'm talking about Hadrian's Wall, of course, and this ancient Roman fortification was built to secure the empire's northwestern border. It stretches for 84 miles across northern England and was built around 122 AD. Today, only the foundations remain. That doesn't make the hike along it any less impressive, however. As you follow this wall, you'll stumble across mile castles, stunning natural terrain, and if you walk the very same 3-mile stretch that we did, you will end up at Housesteads Fort, which is Britain's most complete Roman fort. And whilst looking through this old footage, which I captured back in 2021, I realised I captured a still complete Sycamore gap, with the mighty tree still soaring high above it. Now let's directly contrast Northumberland now by heading right down to the south into Devon and Cornwall, because there sits the southwest coast path. It offers stunning views of the ocean the entire way, and it is a long way, being over 630 miles long. You can do it all if you like, but do expect it to take around 2 months to complete, which I believe is the average. But as is the case for most of us, we probably won't be doing that. We'll be doing quite a few small sections of this coast path, but it has so much to offer. For example, maybe Kynance Cove to Lizard Point to see some of the best of Cornwall's dramatic coastlines. Or maybe the St Agnes Heritage Coast with all of its industrial mining history. You'll pass through picturesque harbour towns, forgotten ruins, rugged nature, and lots of wildlife. Trust me, seals will become your new best friend as you walk many of the different coastlines along this trail. A short hop over to Dorset now, and we arrive at Durdle Door, a slightly smaller, more doable hike next, because this one will only take you a couple of hours at most. And it begins at Durdle Door, which was estimated to be formed around 10,000 years ago. I often, in fact, wonder how long the arch will remain until it finally collapses from the constant erosion from the sea. Stuff like this really makes me think about how everything is constantly changing, and therefore just how unique something so seemingly eternal really is. Anyway, from Durdle Door, walk along the coast towards Lulworth Cove, and it will take you through yet more of some of the best coastlines England has to offer. A really pleasant summer hike, I would say that one is. Next up, we're sticking along the coastlines, but we're heading over to Kent now, to the iconic Cliffs of Dover. These white cliffs are truly a symbol of England, and hiking along these cliff tops offers stunning views of the English Channel and even over to France on a clear day. For a hidden gem whilst here, make sure to traverse the steep cliffs down into Langdon Bay, where you can find the forgotten remains of an old ship that beached here due to a fire, I believe. There's not much left of the ship today, just a rusty shell in the exact place where it settled on this rocky beach, completely forgotten to time. I always get so excited when we go near Dover in general, because it reminds me so much of our European road trips that always began and ended right here in Dover Port. We went through France, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Belgium, and much more. And if you do want to see more from both the UK and Europe, please do feel free to click that subscribe button. But back to the video, and let's head over to Norfolk now. The Norfolk coastal path is a much quieter beauty than many of the coastlines in England. And although it is much less popular than that of Cornwall and the other locations in this video, you'll pass so many things such as ancient Roman architecture, so many beautiful windmills, some like the forgotten Brograve Mill, and others like the iconic Horsey wind pump. There are also many wonderful birdwatching and seal spotting opportunities in Norfolk, so make sure you don't forget your binoculars if you do this trek. Next, let's stick with a more relaxed hike on a little picturesque trail called the Cotswold Way. This trail winds its way through the heart of the Cotswolds for around 100 miles, passing through charming villages and rolling hills. And depending which direction you decide to walk, either starts or ends in the wonderful city of Bath. A couple of years ago, I actually began this trail trying to see how much I could hike within one day. I actually managed just over 20 miles of it. On the way, passing by Broadway Tower and this ancient long barrow. Hiking a trail like this allows you to find so many things that you wouldn't even have considered visiting before, and that's why I would thoroughly recommend it. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know we love a good mountain climb. So these next two, they are mountains. The first one is not too much of a difficult hike though, considering the incredible view you get from the top. This is Ingleborough. It's one of the Yorkshire Dales' famous three peaks, and from the top you can see for miles in every direction, including all the way over to the famous Ribblehead Viaduct below. The reason the view is so incredible from this mountain is because it has a unique flat top that actually looks quite unnatural, and it may well be because there once were Iron Age and Bronze Age settlements at the top of this mountain. Next up, it's the big one, the tallest mountain in England, and that is Scafell Pike. Now this one is a tough climb, but it's a must-do for any serious hiker. The hill is constant and your legs will be relentlessly pummeled as you go up. The views from the summit though are incredible. Even in the cloudy, freezing cold weather in the middle of winter when we did it, as the clouds whipped past, there would be the occasional gap that allowed us to look down into the mountainous landscapes of the Lake District, well below us. Now, slightly less strenuous than Scafell Pike, but no less stunning, is Mam Tor in the Peak District. Mam Tor offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Edale Valley and the village of Castleton below. It's a relatively long hike, especially if you extend it, like I would really suggest you do, to go via the crashing cliffs of Winnat's Pass. But my granddad did manage to climb this one last year, and he's 84, so if he can do it, I'm sure you can do it too.
I'm on the top of Mentor.
How's it feel?
Great.
Now one final stop now, and what better than going full circle back to where we started in Northumberland. The Northumberland coastal path spans over 60 miles, and you'll see landscapes that truly don't feel like you're in England. The only reminder that you are in fact still in England is the many castles that line the beaches behind you. My favourite is this one, which I haven't actually mentioned in many videos, but it's something that I haven't forgotten even after visiting it way back in 2021. And the castle was built in the 14th century by Thomas, Earl of Lancaster, who had a turbulent relationship with King Edward II at the time, and he built this castle as a show of power and defiance to the king. And with that one, that summarizes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please do let me know if you found it helpful in the comments, or if there's something that you feel like I missed. Write that in the comments as well. That way we can all share ideas and really see some of the best countryside that England has to offer. Because I truly think that hiking across this countryside is the ultimate way to see it and enjoy it. As I said earlier, if you do want to see more hidden gems and the stories of these places from all over England and Europe as well, please do click that subscribe button. I will see you in the next video. and goodbye.